The dream was always to be not just the best, but to be that next generation level where people really strive to get even there. We've been the predominant practice in the Gulf Coast of Texas for a long time. We also have the largest research center for retinal diseases in the United States of America. We've been in the Texas Medical Center, which is world-renowned, but it really started to constrict us. Patients had a hard time coming in with parking. We had a hard time parking all our research staff. And so what we really wanted was a facility that would allow us to expand our research mission, let our patients come in, see us, get world-class care. Near the Texas Medical Center, where we still operate, we still consult, but in a facility that allows them to come in a more comfortable environment.
I think patients who come here specifically comment on the feel. And I think that's something that you can only create with understanding, what it's like to be a patient.
They're nervous to begin with, and if we can get them in a calmer mindset for those initial visits and subsequently, we think it helps their entire health, both the health of their eye, their emotional health, and the rest of their being.
I think it creates this environment and feel, and it's almost kind of a relaxing environment, if you will. Everybody has said that it's kind of like spa-like.
So we can basically have 3 functioning clinics. Every pod has its own optical coherence tomography imaging. Every pod has flow-through workup lanes. In other words, most conventional clinics, you walk into a room, you do your business, you walk out of the room to another waiting room. Here you have an open door. They walk into the room, you check their vision, you check their pressure. They walk through that room to the next section. So they're not walking back to a waiting room, then back through a hallway. We have a photography pod in the back, but everything we do on a daily basis is in each pod. So you don't have to go to photography and then come back. For most of your visits, you're just going to that pod. So it's designed to be as few steps for both the patients' caregivers, and my technicians, nurses, photographers to get the work done that they need to do, which is the world-class care, delivering retina care. So we spent more money on this building, LED lights in all the ceilings, LEDs in the garage. Why do we do that? We think we can do our part to, 1, lower our costs in administering healthcare, but also sustainability for the future. Our primary mission is the fight against blindness. And so when I came here to Houston in 1995, really what we wanted to do was develop a research center. But that requires a huge infrastructure. We have clinical trial coordinators, we have refractionists, we have drug accountability personnel. We have to accommodate the ability for auditors from both pharmaceutical companies, from the FDA to come in, have their own separate spaces. Here we're able to have a whole research side, but still have a large clinical practice with 3 separate surgeons seeing patients and taking care of patients while at the same time doing our clinical research. Our primary focus is the fight against blindness, whether it's your grandmother or whether it's trying to come up with a new treatment for everybody's grandmother. I think we're always evolving to do better. It has met my expectations, but we're never going to stop setting goals. We're going to live in this space. If it needs to evolve, we'll certainly change it. But right now, we're extremely happy to be here.